Good morning. It is Monday, March 27th, and that means two things. First off, that which doesn't kill you really only contributes to your own survivorship bias. And it is time for the Lighting Industry News Brief, brought to you by KeystoneTech.com. And this week we want to highlight their Mystic RGBW linear wall washers. Beautiful options, beautiful, simple options for washing your walls for your decorative needs in multicolor. And you know what it has? It has the Smart Loop wireless system. Easy to use, flexible, vibrant lighting. You know what else it comes with? It comes with the opportunity to daisy chain 40 fixtures to one connection on a Bluetooth reliable outdoor mesh. This is Smart Loop tech. This is Keystone tech. This is wall washing, multicolor light, made easy. Visit the link in the description if you please. But into the news, we have Universal Douglas closing. We have a planned end to operations on July 1st, barely a year after working with Panasonic to a private equity firm. The IES has lost $44.8 million last year. Panasonic themselves have earned a sustainability award from Call to Recycle. Lumens is launching a design competition, a design prize for luminaires. The NLB is extending their deadline for the Art and Science Lighting Awards. You have until the 4th to submit your art, science, and lighting. Coburn has bought Bay Electric Supply. This is an East Texas acquisition of a distributor. We have a new contest, the J. Christian Gillen Youth Investigator Award for student work in light therapy. Energy Focus has reported on their Q4. Sales are down 39%. Senator Tuberville has asked Congress to act on daylight savings time because we have a Sunshine Protection Act that's just been languishing for like 2 years, give or take, bouncing around houses. This could be solved, is what we're saying. Also, translucent concrete, a thing we've talked about before, is offering new daylight options from 5 different chemical companies, and that's nifty. In legal news, Fight is completely clear of CAO complaints. This is based on a federal judgment in California. In rep agency updates, Diversified will be backing current HLI in Metro New York City. In web events and webinars, the IES and AIA, as well as Light Justice, have partnered with the ArcLight Summit. Nailed will already be there, by the way. We also have on the 26th of April a webinar on patents and IP litigation hosted by David Radulescu. Also, Leducation experienced a record year, and you can save the date for next year. That's March 19th to 20th. In IoT news, Turtle has launched tech services. They are marking their centennial with a cybersecurity division. WiseKey is adding generative AI to their platform for IoT security. I am calling it now. Generative PT is the new blockchain. It's just a thing people are going to say because it makes the stockholders happy. IFTTT, that's if this then that, also adding AI content generation. Ubiquia has signed with MCA to partner on smart cities, specifically in multi-purpose connected poles. Renesas has bought Panthronics. This is an IoT company buying an NFC device maker. No details beyond that. In market predictions, we have the wireless control market to reach $18 billion in value. We have 18% growth in smart cities. We have 4% growth in light therapy devices. We have a 1% drop planned in rare earth phosphors, and $19 billion of growth predicted for air purification. In R&D, green light relieves pain for mice, but also neurological and inflammatory. This is pretty broad. You can save your tomatoes with a combination of pheromone traps and UV lamps. You can fight leaf miners just by timing chemical sex signals with radiation blasts, and that's nifty. Teen sleep does respond to CCT changes. This is an improvement based on before bed and after bed timing changes, and it's related to lockdowns that happened recently. Engineers in sustainability projects are generally more emotionally intelligent. They have higher EQs. This is a survey of Portuguese engineering students. And what is really important is to wonder if that people who are antipathetic or antagonistic to any sort of conservation efforts might be on the dark triad. I'm asking you, is that the case? Do you think that sociopaths hate not sustainability efforts? In dark sky news, caterpillars are suffering greater predation under Allen. We have melatonin suppression varying with age as well as light levels. We have an Italian study calling on a ban for low orbit satellites and coining the phrase big light as something we need to fight in the vein of big tobacco. We also have a guide to celebrating dark sky week this April. Nebraska bird advocates are asking for lights out for whooping crane migration season. Austin, Texas will be hiring a staff bat biologist. Fort Davis, Texas is celebrating their project in their dark sky initiative. Hornby, Yorkshire is starting their own dark sky town initiative. This is attached to the existing North Yorkshire Moors dark sky sanctuary status. Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania has a contact form for you to explain why bright lights are bad and why they're near you. And Wairarapa, New Zealand is a dark sky reserve. Ain't that something? And recommended reading, all this on nail.org. We have LEDs cleaning up cannabis production, a guide to recycling bulbs. We have Peter Plouffe-Chun on light pollution and his work, a review of Johan Eklov's new book, The Best New Smart Light Bulbs. We have how to set up a smart bulb as a wake light. We have lighting rooms like you are a decorator already. Why your sales rep lies to you. And a greater understanding of remote inspections. We have Architect Magazine on light pollution overall. A photometric report from Craig DeLuey. And why we cannot stop talking about energy. In horticultural news, Fontana is working with Grow in finance partnerships for horticultural projects. Green Science Alliance is accelerating growth with quantum dot film. This is a new material that shifts UV radiation into blue light. And a guide to skipping out on white LED in favor of pink, purples, and blues to save energy in your horticultural projects. In local news, we've got $500,000 in grants in Cass County, Pennsylvania. The Minnesota DOT investing in lighting for pedestrian needs. Infrastructure projects in Eugene, Oregon have been approved. Dorchester, Massachusetts is ready to offer deep retrofit funds. New York City construction scaffolds will require LED lighting now. We have new utility programs in Northwest Ontario. Albany, New York has been going LED on the streets. Cudahy, California has a new sustainability plan. Concord, California will be spending $8 million on infrastructure. The Florida Senate may be absolving owners of insurance liability if they can prove that they can meet certain liability lighting requirements, irregardless of anything else. And Baton Rouge, Louisiana has delayed their current lighting projects on interstates. Oxford, Pennsylvania, getting road upgrades. Alabama has applied for a $5 million grant. And we have $1 million in retrofits at Penn College. In international news, LaGrande, India has received a gender equality and diversity certification from Europe. And Japan is experimenting with warning lights for road conditions. In People News, Mike Handag will be serving as the VP of Hospitality Lighting at Calco, and Dialight has picked Neil Johnson as their non-executive chair. In Things You Can Make, we have a working OLED artificial horizon display on a Lego brick, or you can make your own stroboscope. The ISS will be growing their own tomatoes, dwarf varieties, in that fun LED box they've had for a while now. Until next time, I've been Scott Wachter. Thank you for listening. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Nailed. And thank this music for playing me out. See you next week.
Yeah, you know, I took a walk down that dirt road to a house that's falling apart. You know, I went to see that voodoo girl cooking soup in a broth of hearts. You know, and her potions came over me like the sea under an Antarctic morning. You know, I took a statue from a garden and a bug from a jar. Made it past the iron gate, down that lilac tree trail to my car. And the potions came over me like the sea under an Antarctic morning. You know, potions came over me like the sea under an Antarctic moon. Potions came over me like the sea under an Antarctic moon. And that voodoo girl was blind, but she could see right through me every time.